Hello, welcome to Working with Niko. I'm Niko. Behind me is my wife's car. It's gonna need new winter tires, or not new, but it's gonna need another kind of tires, so it can handle the winter. That is quite long winter up here. We are in Hallingdal, about 500 meters above sea level, and we're in Norway. So it's gonna get snow. It's already been some snow. It melted away again, but it's coming more. It always does up here. So new tires, and then the windshield wipers. Those are they have stopped just across the windshield. That's no good. Need to address that. And there are some other minor things that I need to attend to. So that's gonna be today's video. So if garage things is your thing, then keep watching. Also probably gonna say something about working with an illness and all that, but we take that as we go, on the go. Studless tires on this one. Been a while since I had studless tires, but hopefully it's okay. This is a quattro, it's a 4-wheel drive, so we probably get where we want to go anyway. So that was this year's or this season's change of tires by hand force. I don't have any power tools strong enough to take them off. So there was a little bit, they're low on air pressure, so but I will hold up so I can get to a gas station and fill them up. I have a small pump, but that will take forever, and I'm not sure it's strong enough to get the right pressure. So I'm gonna attend to the windshield wipers now. I guess just clean up after me, so it's tidy after the one job before I start on the next one. I think that's a clever move. So inside the car, old Audi 2006. Windshield wipers are no go. Okay, let's see if we can find a fuse box. I don't think it's the fuse box because there was a slight bit of movement, but then the windshield, sorry, my fingers was a little bit disturbing there. What drives the windshield is underneath the bonnet anyway. Voila! 1.8 turbo V6. It's a good engine. Uses oil though, but it's quite fresh. Goes good. Well, first thing to look after or look out for is, of course, where the heck is the engine of the windshield wipers that run this thing. Or why aren't they moving? Is there a special reason for that? Well, even if this car ain't exactly new anymore, it's new enough that, as you see, everything is packed. Older car, not so much. It's only an older car, it's easy to get access to everything you want to have access to, and yeah, you just go straight to the problem. But here, not yet, nada. Well, might have to open that one, see what's underneath there. I don't know anything about this car. All I did to this car is top off the oil, and other than that, I've been working away. I don't work where I live, so I commute on a weekly basis. So my wife drives this and tells me about her problem, and I get home in the weekends and I don't have the energy or the time to fix it. But today I just had to pull myself together and try to, well, change the tires, of course, and see if I can solve this problem. obviously wasn't that easy. It's not a filter, it's some electronics. So maybe it's a related. Anyway, this looks kind of like air hose, but it's not. That means this is some kind of ECU. Okay, there's one down there as well. This is one of the cases where you have to put the whole car apart to get what you want. Just getting down there wasn't easy. Not at all. Not at all easy board. I didn't get much wiser. This arm there is connected to the windshield wiper there and under there. But there's no sight of any connection point. So what I have to do to get to the electric engine that pumps this whole thing, I don't know. I need to do some reading and then see if I can, if it's possible for me to fix it anyway. I'm not sure. I'm no wonder mechanic. I'm just a guy who likes to find out of things and fix as much as possible myself, but I can't do wonders. So I had a little look at YouTube. There's a lot of things you can learn from YouTube. I'm not doing do-it-yourself tutorial stuff, so but I do use them a lot. We probably have to take those wiper out. And remove the whole bar thing. It's gonna be a heck of a job, but it needs to be done. I have to admit, I thought they were just to come right off after I loosened those nuts, but they're not. Well, there's some washer, looks like. Those probably never been out before. Oh my god. Well, it came loose. Some way. There it is. There it is. Just gonna need Jeremy Clarkson's favorite tool here. kind of knocking it loose in some sort, I guess. Just make some vibration. Try to loosen it up. Man, that's stuck in there. Okay. For those of you who haven't seen my other videos, I mentioned in the start of the film of speaking about working with an illness. The illness in question is trigeminal neuralgia, and that gives me a crazy amount of pains. So it's kind of hard for me to be out here, and especially starting on something that I suspect can take a while. I really need to pull myself together, but it needs to be done. My wife needs a car to go to work, and she needs to have windshield wipers. When the weather gets cold, they started to put salt on the road to keep them free of snow and ice. And that salt just makes it impossible to see if you don't have wipers and enough washing fluid. So we go through many liters of washing fluid during one winter, and I need those to be fixed. And it kind of seems to me maybe it's just that I need to be lubed up. I need to get that sucker off so I can work with it. Thing is, I can't put something under it to bend it up because this is just plastic. So that's a no-go. I want to put something underneath the windshield either because it's glass. I don't want the glass to break. That's one expense I absolutely don't need. Maybe if I can hold this back somehow and break the other one loose, as I did with the first one. Aha! Got it. Finally. Then it's the issue of getting this one loose. Uh-oh. Something popped off that shouldn't. Some clips or some sort. Well, I really know how to make things difficult. That's not that. Because why on earth should I make anything easy? I need a wrench. So I just said it was 10 millimeters, right? Let's try this one. Bingo. Yeah. Jubel, jubel. Maybe now this one will come in handy. Well, there was a lot of sounds there that wasn't any good, and some plastic break off, but actually it's more important to me that the windshield wipers works than all the plastic is in one piece. It's an old car, and I know more than what I am. If the choice stands between breaking some plastic or not using the car, to me that choice is quite simple. Hopefully my wife sees this so she knows how much struggle I go through. And lo and behold, the thing is loose at least. There's some locking rings here that needs to come off. Noodles in the battery. Hopefully I can remember where all the small parts are going back. That came off quite easy. Which leads me to think there's just a problem. I thought I heard something fall, and that was probably that washer, which means that the washer now has taken a trip down where it probably is never to be found again. Still, I got something down here that I might think is what we are after. Hopefully. I have some washers here. Maybe by coincidence. That would be a big freaking coincidence. It goes there for something completely else. It was doubled up when I changed the turbo on another car. Which I don't have anymore. Oh, what do you know? Ha! That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Let's try with this one. Careful. Very careful. I don't have a spare gasket, so I don't want to ruin it. I just want to not use the sharp tip and just wiggle it out of there. There we go. Maybe we can get this out now. Or maybe not. Maybe if I push it back and forth, I'll make a kind of bass up here. It gets enough lubrication to spinning easier. It's spinning easier now, but of course now that it's not tied up in the top. But hopefully that'll do the trick. Well, now we know that I wasn't expecting it to go around itself, but it did. At least it moves. Well, that's something. I can move it with my hand now. That was no go when I got it out here. I just hope when I bolt this down that it will find the position to stop correctly. If not, I'm screwed again. But this is ought to be the down position. So I'll leave it there and try to put it back together. Well, I was supposed to talk some because that's kind of the idea behind the channel, to speak about working with an illness. But I've been so occupied with this that I mostly forgot to speak about why I'm filming this and why that's important to me. Because there's already enough movies and films and videos about doing maintenance on a car. But there's not very many films, as I mentioned in my truck driving video, but that was long, so I guess very many didn't bother to see all of it. But I mentioned that there's not very many videos out there where you both speak about working with an illness and actually work with an illness, because very many just sit in their home studio and speak about being active and doing something, and maybe they're having an office job or something. There's not many truckers, because a trucker is what I am. I'm not a mechanic, and there's not many truckers or guys who works in my kind of branch that actually speaks about working with illnesses at all, and especially not filming it and putting it out on YouTube. So, but that's what I do, and what I want to promote is work or being active with an illness. It's not all about working, but it's about inspiring you who also suffer from one illness or another to try your best to be active and live a more meaningful life. Because being passive, it has so many downsides, both mentally and physically. On the mental side, it is all about letting this negative spiral of thoughts go from self-pity to bitterness and being consumed about the idea of your misery. While doing this, of course, there's room for thinking about my pain, and when it really hurts, which it has done a couple of times while I made this video, it's impossible not to think about it. But when it comes to that, it's also about the mindset that you are insisting on pushing a little bit, insisting on trying to ignore the pain as much as possible. With trigeminal neuralgia, when it really hits you, it's not possible. And if it had really hit me today, I wouldn't be able to do this at all. I would be sitting in the couch and I wouldn't have the energy to even watch TV. But my pain is always there, but I need to try my best at all time to do whatever I can to to live as normal as possible, and pulling my part of the load in my home and at work and among the friends I have. My worst fear is to become a constant burden. Sometimes I am a burden because my illness makes me a burden, but I want to reduce the level of a burden as much as possible by doing what I can. And it helps me and it helps those I love. And the interesting thing about love, um, I'm not going to use this channel to preach the Bible very much, even though I'm a Christian. But there's an interesting verse in the Bible that applies to anyone, whether they're Christian or not. And it says something about love. This is me translating directly from my head from Norwegian to English, so bear with me. It's probably not word by word correct according to King James Bible or whatever, but it says that no one has greater a tendency low when I'm speaking about love. That's just a consequence of being Norwegian, I guess. No one has greater love than those who give their lives for others. And giving their lives for others, of course, in the most extreme point, that's dying for the others. But in daily life, it's about using your strength to do something good for others without anticipating anything back from it. You do it solely because you have love for them or you care about them. So your care for people makes you do things without any regards for what comes back for you. It's just about true care and true love for those you hold close. And that's one of the things to kind of implement that in your life, to have this love that gives their lives for others. And it's a rich life, even though you don't anticipate anything back, you get a lot back, and that conquers all, and that makes you willing to go the extra mile for someone else, and not only living for yourself, but living for something more than yourself. Well, that bolt is back, that bolt is back, that bolt is back, and they're all tight, and they should be tight. I have to clip this one back as well, like this. I think it's just a matter of getting the tools back in the shelves and then get inside and get some dinner. And now, when I've done all this, I'm quite tired, exhausted really. I'm probably gonna sit down and play Xbox the rest of the night with good conscience, or watch YouTube, or what I'm probably gonna do is edit this film, but well, we'll see about it. This video comes out on Friday, the 18th of October 2024. That means I edited it the same night, right? So if you do see this October the 18th, please give me a thumbs up, or do it anyway. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that. And I would like to see some comments if you have any, both criticism and thumbs up, like in words. Any feedback is good feedback, and I can take criticism. I'm developing as a YouTuber. I'm new at this, and there's a lot to learn, and there's a long way to go. But still, I do think I wasn't much talking about my heart issue here, but still, it shows that I'm capable of working to a certain degree, even though I know I'm pumped. But it is also fun. So thank you for watching, and see you later on.